Hey folks, welcome back to another Dice Tower preview. I'm Ella, and today we're taking a look at Telestrations Up Side Drawn. Upside Drawn is brought to you by the Op and designed by Kane Klenko. It's a game for 4 to 12 players ages 12 and up and takes roughly 20 minutes to play. To get started, you'll form teams of roughly 2 to 3 people. Each team gets a sketchboard and a dry erase marker. The marker is given to someone taking on the role of the artist, but unlike most drawing games, they won't really be the one drawing. Someone else on the team with a sketchpad will be called the guide, and they are the real artist. Lastly, once you split into teams, but before you've started playing, you'll need to decide as a group whether you are using the yellow side or the blue side of the cards. Don't worry though, there's no difference between the sides, just different clues so that you're always drawing something different next time. Once that decision is put out of the way, you'll be ready to start playing. To start the game, someone rolls a category die to decide the sort of thing you're going to be drawing. A person, a place, a thing, an action, or a phrase. There's also a wild star, which lets you choose any category. All teams mark on their sketchboards which category will be drawn, while the guides from all the teams have a look at the cards to see what they need to guide their team towards. Once the guides know what they need to draw and the teams are ready, they place their sketchpads on a solid surface and ask the artist for their team to hold the marker still, touching the pad. Then once all the teams are ready, the guides can start moving the sketchpad underneath the markers to try and draw the challenge for this round. And all the other members of the team try and guess what's being drawn, even the person holding the marker. You can take as many guesses as you like, as long as you get it before any other team. Because every team will be guessing at once, you can use the wrong guesses from the other teams to help you narrow it down, even though your team isn't allowed to look at any sketchpads other than your own. There are a few things the guide isn't allowed to try and draw though. They can't draw letters or numbers or indicate how many letters are in a word, although they can indicate with marks how many words are in the answer. There are a couple of things the guide can do to help their team though, other than just dragging the sketchpad around. Unfortunately, they aren't allowed to speak or do any charades hand movements, but they can say up or down to tell the artist to raise or lower the marker. This can help add separate distinct elements to their drawing. They can also erase anything whenever they need to, which can certainly help when your team is going in the complete wrong direction with their guesses. There's one last tool the guide has at their disposal to help their team figure it out. On the one side of the sketchpad, there's a collection of hint icons for the guide to indicate with, if they can get the marker there. You can indicate hot or cold to tell your team if they're close or not. You can also indicate that your team needs to broaden their scope or narrow it down, in case they're thinking too inside the box or too far outside of it. And lastly, you can indicate that what you're trying to draw isn't the answer, but that it sounds like the answer, like rhyming. You can even draw a line from this symbol to the specific part of your drawing it relates to if you need to. You can score if you want to, but I prefer playing for fun. And as much as I love seeing someone create a beautiful work of art, the fun in Telestrations Upside Drawn comes from laughing with each other at the terrible drawings you're going to make together. I leave it up to you to determine if that sounds fun for you and your friends. Again, this is Ella. See you next time.